Good morning, and what a beautiful morning it is. Pinkish skies, pale blue, long distance views, camped underneath a beautiful oak tree, and I can see actually into the distance Brown Clee Hill, Care Caradoc and the Long Mind, and of course we're camped just underneath the Wrekin, which, as I said last night, is a very steep climb, so we hope to get up and over that. And from here it's about 23 miles to the finish in Shrewsbury, so we're going to take our time, get up early, plenty of breaks, and see if we can finish it today. So let's see. So we're up and going already. It's 7 o'clock. Nice early start. A little bit along the lane first to warm up, and then up the Wrekin. Not quite at the summit, it's a little bit further up there, but I know it's going to be windy on top, and this is a wonderful viewpoint from here. It's fantastic. Clear day, blue sky. Looking south to the Severn Valley and the Iron Bridge. Over the hill, I can see Much Wenlock and the Wenlock Edge, that straight ridge running along. Beyond there, I don't know if you can see, but I can see Brown Clee Hill. Far distance I can see Tiddeston Clee Hill coming round. Middle distance Care Caradoc, the Long Mind. Wonderful. To the west, and I can see the Stiper stones in the distance as well from day 2. And north over the Shropshire plain, completely flat compared to South Shropshire where we've been walking. Nearly at the summit now, and these are the earthworks from the Iron Age hill fort, and there's an entrance at each end called Heaven's Gate and Hell's Gate. Oh, and there's Adam sitting by the trig point. You okay, Adam?
I am.
Good man, let's get to the top. Hey, the top of the Wrekin for the umpteenth time. Always a pleasure.
What a panorama.
Fantastic. I was just saying, to the south and the west and the north.
And looking back to where we came from yesterday as well.
Exactly. Could you see all the way to Tiddeston Clee Hill?
Yep.
Right in the distance.
Yeah.
40 odd miles, 45 miles.
Yeah, I've said 45 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a hill. Fantastic. Love the Wrekin. Some of the paths on the Shropshire Way have been overgrown and quite narrow. Hard to see sometimes. The width of this path tells you how many people climb the Wrekin every year. And out through Heaven's Gate. Down in the dip over there is Wellington. So we're down off the Wrekin and into Wellington, and actually we've taken a detour from the official Shropshire Way route because I used to live close by, as I said, and I spent 2 seasons here at Wellington Cricket Club, where I got this hat that you've seen if you've watched my hiking videos many years ago. And I haven't been here for a long time. It's a terrific little ground. Actually, looking at it now, not so little, it's bigger than I remember. And in the background, the Wrekin. Trip down memory lane for me. Over! It's good to be back. We deserve this, don't we, Adam?
Oh yes, we do.
Beautiful. But we've got some bad news. Adam's struggling with a poor ankle.
Yep.
Ankle injury. You felt it yesterday, didn't you?
A little bit, and it's just worsened over time. I thought I'd give it overnight, and I've tried ibuprofen gel. But I think I'll just be doing myself a bit of an injustice.
You did well to get over the Wrekin today.
That was okay.
And then down the other side.
Yeah, the pivot joint movement going up and down seemed to alleviate some of the problems, but
As soon as we hit the footpath tarmac into Wellington,
it was agony, and I was using my trekking poles, not as trekking poles, but
you were in
as
pain.
crutches. I don't want to do that.
We were going to give it like 1 mile, weren't we? Let's have a 1 mile test. Full English.
But it hurts a lot.
It hurts a lot, and you've made a decision, haven't you?
I'm going to get the train back and going to lift from there, from the station at the other end.
Oh dear.
So I'm devastated, but that's the way it goes. I'll finish it another day.
It's a pity. We were looking forward to the finish point in Shrewsbury, weren't we?
Indeed.
Banging walking poles at the finishing post and going for a couple of beers.
That's it. I'll still do that, don't worry.
It won't be long before we drive a couple of beers again.
No.
That's just quite a common experience.
Quite so. Yeah. I'll have a couple for you this afternoon.
That's a pity, mate, but good luck. Well done anyway. You did really well.
Bye all.
I just realised we're still outside Morrison's. Cheers, Adam.
Cheers. May
Well
the gods
done.
go with you, sir.
I'm sorry you've got to quit the trail.
So, watch me hobble.
You'll finish it.
Yep.
Good luck, mate. See you
Take care,
soon.
mate. I'll chat to you later.
Ta-ra.
Bye-bye.
Poor old Adam. I know how disappointed he'll be to finish on the last day, having just gone over the Wrekin in brilliant conditions this morning. He tried to push it into town, like we said, but it would have been a mistake to carry on. He could have done his ankle more damage. Well, the trail's always there for you, mate. You can always finish it off another day. So, it's on we go. And I've just done a little bit out of the town, and I'm here at Dot Hill. I think it's a nature reserve. There's several pools and lakes. Well, I wouldn't call them lakes, they're not that big, but it's very pleasant, and I've got about 16 miles left to go. That sounds a lot, doesn't it? One step at a time. I've cleared Wellington now, and I'm out into the countryside again. Big skies on the Shropshire plain. It's the Bull at Roddington. Oh, I used to go in there. Fantastic food in there back in the day. I think it's still open, and it's good to see that it is. Sweet golden nectar and a tasty pie. Yep, it's still open after COVID and everything. I was wondering whether it would be or not. It still is. Unfortunately though, I can't stop. I've still got quite a few miles to do and time is pushing on, so I'm definitely coming back soon though to the Bull at Roddington and Wellington Cricket Club, so I'm looking forward to it already. I'm about halfway now between Wellington and Shrewsbury, so it's going pretty well. There's quite a few lanes to walk on, and then it goes onto the fields and then back on the lane, so it's neither too much of neither one nor the other, you know. It's a good mix, and across the fields it's firm, not boggy or wet. It's good. Looking back, I can see the Wrekin now and how far we've come since we crossed over the top of that this morning.
Thank you.
A traffic jam of pedestrians, cyclists and horse riders. Oh, I'm getting tired. I've done 17 miles now and I've reached the foot of Hormond Hill, which is the last hill on the entire trail, and it's just 5 or 6 miles from here to Shrewsbury and the finish. And add that onto the 17 though and it makes it the longest day of the trail so far. And remember, we started at the Wrekin and did that, so I'm tired obviously. And I thought, oh, I could just skirt this hill, you know, and just go down round the bottom and save miles and ascent in the legs. But well, it's a nice day. It hasn't been any rain at all, and you guys want to see it, don't you? And I want to see the view, even though it's nowhere near as good as what we've seen so far earlier today. But nevertheless, the last hill, and I've got to do it. So here we go. Well, I'm at the viewpoint. I've made it to the top and I hold my hand up. I was totally wrong about the view. It's fantastic. Have a look at this. So over there is Brownclea Hill from yesterday, and beyond that Tiddeston Hill. Swinging round, we've got Ragleth Hill, Care Caradoc, Church Stretton area. Onto the Long Mynd. I can see Golden Valley from day one. I can see the Stiper Stones over there from day two, and then all the way round to Shrewsbury Centre down there. What a viewpoint. It actually continues all the way around as well for hills I haven't even climbed, except Snowdon is on the horizon. I can actually see it. There's absolutely no chance you can. Always good to see a mountain so famous from so far away, isn't it? I'm down off the hill now, and that's the viewpoint right up there. You can't come directly off the viewpoint. You can see that there are rock falls there and it's very dangerous, so you have to take the long path. But that was definitely worth it. I'm glad I did it. I'm on the Shropshire way here, a bit overgrown. I'm near to the River Severn now though, so hopefully it will clear up soon. Here we go. I've nearly finished. I'm on the bank of the famous River Severn, and it's made me think about summarising the trail. And I wasn't going to do this. I've done it on other trails, but normally I don't want to end on a negative, and I don't want to seem like I'm complaining, so I didn't plan to do it for the Shropshire way. But given that the experience we've had, and also Adam's unfortunate abandonment earlier this morning on the final day, it's given me the hours this afternoon to think it through, and there's some things that I'd like to say, and they're mostly positive. And I've got a history with Shropshire. I lived here, I worked here, I played cricket here, climbed the hills before, when I was a younger man in my 20s. And so, you know, I know about the county, and it's always got a firm place in my heart for all of those things. And hopefully that's come through on the videos, you know. And if you've got this far and you're watching day 6, you've watched a lot of me blathering on about Shropshire. So thank you for your patience. So the Shropshire way, yes, there are overgrown paths, there are muddy boggy bits, there are some areas where the way marking is really sketchy and you get a bit cross, but I'm not going to linger on those. I'm going to take the opportunity to focus on the positives, and that is, of course, the beautiful landscape and the old towns and the architecture and the history and the Iron Bridge and Colebrookdale and the industrial heritage. And it's those things, coupled with the culture and the generosity of strangers, which you've seen on our hike. And all of that has really enriched this trail for us and cemented Shropshire in my mind and in my heart. And I know that sounds a bit soppy, but it's true. So let's get to the finish. And here it is. I can't touch it, but I'll touch the railing. Oh, that is good enough. Well, that's 23 miles today and 6 days in total hiking. And it's done, yes. Such bad luck for Adam's injury that he had to abandon, with only 16 miles left of the trail to do, but I'm sure he'll come back and finish it. Right, well, that's not necessarily the end of my trail, because if you've watched any of my videos before, you'll know there is a post-trail ritual. So let's go and choose a venue. Come on. So here we are, the end of the Shropshire Way ritual. And this one's for you, Adam. Cheers, mate. And what an eventful trail it was. Enjoyed it. And that's my 9th through hike, long distance trail. So the next one's going to be my 10th. Think about that. Any suggestions? Let me know in the comments. And thanks very much for watching all the videos and getting this far. You've done very well, all 12 of you. Fantastic. Cheers. And I'll see you on the next one.
Mm-hmm.